The Masters of Wisdom speak on how to become a conscious foci and radiating center for spiritual blessings. The Bridge to Freedom Journal, August 1953. Lord Maha Chohan. From out of the centuries of darkness, the planet Earth and her people are now standing upon the threshold of a light that shall never again be extinguished, but shall become the cosmic eternal day in which the fullest manifestation of perfection for the planet, its humanity, and the planetary chain will be made abundantly evident. If people could understand the importance of guarding, protecting, and purifying their consciousness, and the still greater activity of offering that consciousness without reservation to the great almighty host of heaven, they would find that, like the sunbeam reflected through a crystal, it becomes even more beautiful in its outpouring. Such a consciousness, gathering the cosmic Christ into itself, becomes a radiating center through which that Christ consciousness may flow in ever-intensifying power until the very aura of the individual would automatically heal, illumine, purify, and raise all energy that touched such a one's sphere of influence, the hem of his spiritual garment. Ascended Master Elmoira. Individuals who understand the law of life, even in a very sketchy manner, but who will not apply their knowledge to the best of their individual capacity, will not have the full blessing and assistance of the Ascended Masters and the cosmic light in this hour of world crisis. Mankind might be likened to people caught in a mass drowning, and even the cosmic beings and all who are serving in his name are taxed to their utmost in saving and redeeming all. Those who know the rudiments of swimming are left to help themselves and others, and the ignorant are given a little more assistance. If those who know how to help themselves do not choose to utilize their knowledge, their bitter and sad experiences will soon press them to a point where they will either sink or swim. If, however, they endeavor to apply that portion of the law, no matter how imperfectly they may have grasped its meaning, assistance without limit will be forthcoming to illumine them further and to intensify the protection, the supply, the health they call forth according to their understanding. Ascended Master Kuthumi. I tell my chelas to cover all mistakes and imperfections that they might discern in others under the golden, glimmering cloak of merciful silence. Wrap its shimmering folds around all such mistakes, and by its magic properties the law of forgiveness will melt them away into nothingness. When you start your day, place its soft and peaceful folds around your shoulders and enter into the adoration of God, clothed in the cloak of the great silence. When in your service to life good is accomplished, let the soft cloak of the silence modestly enfold that service, that it may grow without outer acknowledgement. When you achieve illumination, understanding, and mastery, wear the cloak of the silence, and your achievement will shine through your aura to help others. All cosmic unfoldment, all evolution, all of nature's manifestations take place under the cloak of the silence. Ascended Master Venetian. May I explain to you that the mind of the godparents of this race are continuously externalizing ideas for the benefit and progress of every sphere and the planet Earth itself, as well as its people. But it requires the assistance of the beloved Maha Chohan to get these ideas coalesced into form and energized by the breath of the Holy Spirit. Then it becomes my humble service to direct those ideas into some receptive consciousness, living and functioning in the sphere to be blessed by the development of that idea into a workable, manifest form. This perhaps seems simple to you, but if you could look with the inner sight upon the creations that form the conscious thinking and feeling selves of well over 9/10 of the human race, you would see that it is almost impossible to even direct an idea from the mind of God into this seething and moving mass, let alone hold that idea with sufficient clarity for the outer mind to set into action the necessary activities requisite to the development and manifestation of that idea for the blessing of the race. Ascended Master Serapis Bey. Music is, in itself, an effect resulting from the stirring of the universal light substance into motion through the creative powers of thought, feeling, action, or the spoken word. And yet, although it is an effect resulting from the vibration of energy waves, it can also be used mightily as a cause to manifest healing when it is properly understood, directed, and interpreted. Music is synonymous with activity in the realm of God's perfection, for every thought and feeling of the Godhead creates a glorious sound and emits a beautiful color, clothed in an exquisite form. Creation takes place to the accompaniment of such beautiful music as would make the heart of man stand still. The rhythmic motion of the planets around the sun contributes to the cosmic symphony, and the forward motion of the galaxy is a processional of such magnificent splendor that words could not attempt to describe its inspiring, uplifting, energizing power. The day will come when the individual, too, rather than adding to the dissonance of Earth's broken rhythm, will contribute to the music of the spheres and to the anthem of creation through the harmonious control of the energies through his own mental, emotional, etheric, and physical bodies. Ascended Master Hilarion. Every thought and every feeling, every virtue and every vice contributes to a mass consciousness of that particular quality, and into this stratum are constantly pouring the qualified energies of all the intelligences belonging to each evolution. In like manner, each individual tunes into and draws from the mass consciousness of the particular thought and feeling he chooses to entertain and intensify through his own mental and emotional bodies. There is also a stratum of the Ascended Master qualities and virtues. Love is but one expression of the many divine aspects of this divine consciousness. When an individual is loving, he instantly tunes into the love stratum and becomes one in consciousness with all who love throughout the universe. Wisdom is another, and when an individual seeks wisdom, he is instantly tuned into the vibratory waves of wisdom, which is being fed by the mind of God and being tapped into by all scholars of the world. It is also true of the discordant qualities, and one cannot entertain an individual thought of jealousy, suspicion, hatred, or anger without becoming instantly one with the mass stratum of these qualities, as well as with individuals who are vibrating with those destructive thought and feeling currents throughout the planet. Like attracts like, everywhere throughout the universe. The individual is constantly, through free will, rising and falling through these various stratums as the emotions and thoughts fluctuate. Ascended Master Jesus. I often think back on the cosmic moment when the great Lord of the world flashed before our eyes the plan for the Christian cycle, and we, filled with the enthusiasm and fire that burns so freely in that realm, where the heavy bonds of flesh do not close in the flame of immortality, stepped through into incarnation to bring that vision to fulfillment. You now stand as we did then, able to grasp the vision of a free planet and a free people. The Christian cycle has closed with a great store of beautifully qualified energies released through millions of life streams who, embodiment after embodiment, invested their life essence in song, ritual, and prayer to form the glory of the sixth realm and an actual ladder by which many life streams attained their freedom and victory and liberation from the wheel of birth and death. Ascended Master Saint Germain. The natural activity of light is to rise. Those who serve in lowering the blessings and powers of the higher octaves must learn to embody energy Condense and direct it through the conscious control of those centers which form the magnetic, molding, and directing power of that energy. The natural agents for drawing, embodying, and radiating the divine virtues of God are the angelic host and those devas and elementals who have become builders of form and guardian spirits of religions, races, and movements of every good and constructive kind. These intelligences step down the radiation of God's light, softening the glory of the central sun, even as the physical sun tempers the light of the central sun for the blessing of the Earth's evolution. It is my endeavor now to teach mankind how to become such conscious foci for the reception and distribution of the spiritual blessings from our octave. This is the purpose of ceremonial on my ray.